Welcome to Olympian Water Testing, giving you the best in water analysis. Today we're looking at the Water Research Foundation at lead and copper. Lead and copper in service lines and household plumbing are the primary drinking water corrosion compounds of concern. So there are for two reasons. One is because older pipes may have lead. They may leach lead. And that's before the Safe Drinking Water Act. Now, new pipes might have copper. And still, while copper isn't as harmful as lead in terms of a small amount of copper can be good for you, generally an over amount of copper can cause problems, and that's what happens when it leaches into the water. So it can be from two things. Also, there can be lead additives to copper pipes and things like that. Lead is a toxic metal that can be harmful to human health even at low exposure levels, and lead is persistent and can bioaccumulate in your body over time. And the problem is you can't see it, you can't taste it, you can't touch it. You don't know if lead is there and if it's accumulating. Young children are particularly vulnerable to lead because the physical and behavioral effects of lead occur at low exposure levels in children than adults. A dose of lead that would have little effect on an adult can have significant effect on a child. People who drink water containing copper in excess of 1.3 milligrams may experience short-term nausea, while long-term exposure can affect the liver and the kidneys. Lead is rarely found in source water and usually enters the drinking water through corrosion of household plumbing. Lead at the tap can come from a variety of sources, including lead service lines, lead piping inside the home, lead-based solder, and brass components. This is why copper is still an issue. While it may be a copper pipe, there can still be copper or brass components, and that's the issue. The concentrations of lead and copper in water are regulated by the United States Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA, and the copper. And we can see removing the entire lead service line eliminates one potential source of lead, so that's one good thing. However, even after full LSL, it's replaced, the lead service line is replaced, lead sources can still be present that can contribute to lead levels at the tap. Even if you have a copper pipe, there could still be a lead component. That's why lead and copper corrosion has an issue. With the WRF has funded over 50 research projects related to lead and copper. The Water Research Foundation valued more at $20 million. The State of the Science document gives different objectives and approaches, and the major findings of the body of research give a basic understanding of the issue. So it has the different issues here, the blending water strategies, what's going on. The bottom line is that lead is still a major issue and copper is still an issue. And while there is lead service lines being removed, you can still have a copper pipe with lead, vice versa. And lead and copper particles can still bioaccumulate in water over time, especially if that water is stagnant. That's why it's always a good idea to periodically test your water for any levels of lead and high levels of copper.